Well, good Tuesday evening, everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Michael Annan.
And I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse.
Yeah, and Sarah, it was another warm day here in Tallahassee.
Yes.
Did we break 90 degrees? We're not going to tell you the answer now.
No.
We'll tell you that in a few minutes, but it was hot out there.
It was. I'm looking forward to when we get like those cool temperatures because I'm tired of walking in my classes and sweating by the time I get and sit down in my chair.
I know, you turn the page to fall and you're thinking, maybe we'll finally get something cooler, like something like in the low 80s maybe.
Or just 70s. I'm actually looking forward to the 70s, and I'm not one for the cold, but I'm ready. I'm ready for the cold, the fall-like temperatures to come.
Yeah, even though locally here we're still stuck in our summer pattern, it's pretty active across the nation. We have severe weather right now in the Northeast with tornado warnings active.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And we also have some cooler temperatures starting to slowly come in for most areas. We have a map that shows like on the west side they're going to see below average temperatures, but for us here,
still above average.
Still above average.
We'll get into that just a bit, but also down towards the southwest, they're dealing with the remnants of Rosa.
Yes.
We have flash flood warnings throughout the Phoenix metro region. So, yes, they do need the rain because of the drought, but it's desert soil. They can't take much rain out there.
But we'll have all those watches and warnings out for you. But for now, I think we're going to head it over to Dylan for our overview.
Close to 90 degrees today. We'll have that for you in just a little bit. And then looking at our radar, a few spotty showers for now. Nothing too severe, but they are expected to dissipate as we go into tonight. Zooming out just a bit, a lot of moisture in the air leading to these afternoon thunderstorms that are popping up throughout much of the southeast, but we haven't seen a lot of these due to a high pressure system sitting farther north of Tallahassee. And then looking at our high temperatures, we have that 27-day streak. The only day that's the exception is September 4th at 85 degrees. We'll reveal if we do hit that 28-day streak later on in the show. Tonight, though, 30% chance of rains, the last little bit of thunderstorms coming into our forecast as dry air starts to move into our area and those cool nights start to come back. We might see back to the mid-60s as our lows. That's fall-like temperatures a little bit, but we're going to see just a bit showers tonight. And then looking at your 3-day forecast, hotter conditions return in our highs, though, with those drier conditions coming back. We do see highs back into the upper 90s again, so we are probably going to continue the streak if we haven't broken it today. And then coming up on our show, rain chances are ending, dry conditions into the weekend, and then we're going to have above average temperatures, though, on our highs for the rest of the week. But now let's send it over to Michael with a local look.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. So we've been hinting for basically the entire show so far whether we've hit 90 degrees. And according to our almanac, yes, we did. We did hit 90 exactly. That was just before 4 o'clock here in Tallahassee. Also, our low is really above average for this time of year. 10 degrees above the average. It's more typical of what we experienced during the middle of the summer rather than the beginning of October. And we were also very close to our record high today of 94 degrees. Now, locally here in Tallahassee, the temperatures are also in the upper 80s, 85 in Tallahassee, 88 up towards Bainbridge with the hotspot, and 77 in Valdosta. That's a rain cool 77 due to a thunderstorm nearby in the area. Now, the dew points also reflect there's a lot of moisture going on right now, a lot of moisture in the air. 71-degree dew point in Tallahassee, and our only sub-70-degree dew point is up towards Bainbridge at 68, and also in Thomasville, 68-degree dew point. It's very muggy outside, and it's still feeling like it's the middle of summer here in Tallahassee. Heat index, though, that when you combine the humidity and the temperature, you get these heat indexes in the middle 90s, 90 degree in Tallahassee, 93 in Quincy, so it feels more humid, more hot than it actually feels outside with those higher heat indexes. Now, going into the winds, you'll see that we do have winds coming out of the east. That's due to high pressure situated in the southern Appalachians, and that's actually really suppressing our shower and thunderstorm activity as we go into our satellite and radar. You see that there's not much shower there's not much shower and thunderstorm activity right now in the Panhandle. Most of the shower and thunderstorm activity is due to the Atlantic sea breeze, but going locally into Tallahassee, you see very little shower activity west of Tallahassee, just a few spots of showers up towards Valdosta and in Jefferson County. And that's so when we go into the next 24 hours, you can see those showers do dissipate with the loss of daytime heating. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, we'll start with mostly sunny skies like the past few mornings. And then going into the afternoon, some clouds, that's due to the daytime heating. But notice that there's no showers. That's due to high pressure staying well in control over the southeast. And we're going to continue with these clear skies as we go into the evening hours. Tonight's forecast 72, very muggy conditions. And going into your day planner for tomorrow, 74 will be your temperature at 8 a.m., heating up very quickly to 90 degrees. Let's jump very quickly to our 7-day forecast, and you'll see that, well, there's a temperature outlook. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but in our 7-day forecast, you see we continue with these 90-degree temperatures, and the streak is looking like it will continue going well into 30 days. Let's send off to Sarah with a look at Florida.
Thanks, Michael. So we're going to zoom over into the Florida area all around in the viewing area. So dew points right now for around Florida, very muggy conditions out right now in the 70, 75 in Tampa. So the saying I like to say to describe this is basically like swimming through the air around in Florida, which is why these heat indexes are up into the 90s, 92 in Tampa, 90 in Tallahassee. So these heat indexes are what's making it feel like with those mugging conditions. Though they're not as high as they usually were in the past because we had these scattered showers and storms move through Florida in this southwestern flow, moving off through. So here they are over into the South Florida, slowly, quickly moving off out of the area, basically dissipating, and then moving off into the Jacksonville area. We do see a few storms out into the Jacksonville area as well for our drought, because we've seen a lot of rain around in the Florida. Our drought monitor looks very good right now as we have a lot of rain for Florida. Now for our 24-hour forecast, as I said, a lot of those storms are going to move quickly out of the area, dissipating with that loss of daytime heating. But then as we get into tomorrow, we're going to see another round of those scattered showers and storms. There they are around lunchtime hours, slowly making their way through on the East Coast and then moving on their way westward. Now for tonight's forecast, we're going to cool down into the low 70s. So going to be very pleasant out as you're going out for a walk, maybe walking your dog, but going out and about. So it's going to be very pleasant out. 70 in Gainesville, seeing maybe a few showers still lingering into Tampa at 75, and then down in Miami sitting at 78. For now, for tomorrow though, we're going to still see those warm-like temperatures still consisting throughout Florida. So we're going to go up through all around Florida. So tomorrow for South Florida, going to see in those 90s, 90 in Fort Lauderdale, 90 in Miami, and then for in Central Florida, seeing a little bit warmer back in my hometown at Crystal River, 60, and then 93 in Tampa. Over on the East Coast, still sitting in those 90s, a little bit cooler down at the coast, 88 in Vero Beach, and then moving on into the Jacksonville area on the coast, seeing a little bit cooler conditions as we have 87 in Jacksonville, 84 in St. Augustine, and then a little bit warmer as we move inland, 91 in Cross City. And then finally in the Panhandle, sitting a little bit cooler than the rest of Florida, sitting in those high 80s, 86 in Destin, Crestview at 86 as well. So pretty warm conditions going to be still consisting here in Florida. But for now, I'm going to send things over to the desk with Michael and Dylan.
Thanks, Sarah. So in our opening desk, we were referencing the severe weather out towards the northeast, like in Philadelphia and in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we'll have a more in-depth look at that, but we do have a confirmed tornado earlier today in that area.
Yes, the confirmed tornado was in Crawford County near Meadville. That happened at 3:38 local time.
Yeah, it was originally spotted at 2:46 by a train spotter about 5 miles east of that, and it didn't move eastward into that area. There is a slight risk for much of the Northeast today in Pennsylvania, South New York, North New Jersey, and West Virginia as well.
Yeah, now under a slight risk, the threats are damaging winds, having some possible hail with that as well, and also dealing with quick flash flooding with those thunderstorms.
Yeah, they will see some relief as we go into tonight. The effects are expected to stay through till tonight, but there is another area of severe weather popping up a little westward behind that as well.
Yeah, it's all due to a stalled out boundary that just hasn't been moving because of a ridge just stuck in the same place over the eastern two-thirds of the country.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking that as we go into the next couple of days. Severe weather is something we take very seriously, and we want you to be informed about how to prepare for it.
Yes, and so again, we're going to continue with the severe weather as we go into tomorrow. But for now, let's send it back to the wall with Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's me again. So right now I'm going to do the national. So for the temperatures right now, as we've been saying, a lot of the southeast is still sitting in those warm summer-like temperatures. But for the northeast and parts of the west, seeing those like fall-like temperatures. So very nice temperatures over there. And also we have some frontal boundaries affecting some areas, which I'll get into later. Muggy conditions are consisting for the southeast. So very muggy out in the southeast region, so basically swimming through the air as well. But in this west, seeing those drier conditions out into our west, which is shown in this satellite radar, showing that dryness, those patches of black over there, that dryness. So then we do have that moisture down here in South Florida and a lot of moisture up here as we have that frontal system bringing in a lot of severe weather. Which the stationary front sitting right here, this low pressure system, which I'll get into, zooming into the southeast or northeast, excuse me, showing these warnings right now. We have severe thunderstorm watch in that pink, and then we have some tornado watches as well. And as they've been saying, we do have a few spots of some tornado warnings out there, as we did have that tornado touchdown. The green is going to be that flash flood watch, as we do have that stationary front sitting in that area, bringing in a lot of rain, so we have that flash flood watch. And then over into our west, because of the remnants of Rosa, bringing in a lot of flood watches out there right now into the Utah area until Wednesday. And then over into Arizona as well, we have that flood watch still in effect for the west. Now for the storm outlook for the national, we do see that up in the north into Wisconsin area, seeing a lot of that enhanced to slight risk of some severe weather, as we have that stationary front draped across the area right here. But over in the southeast, going to see clear conditions, pleasant conditions, as we do have that high pressure system sitting out there. For tonight, we're going to see cooler like temperatures, 68 in Tallahassee. That sounds nice to me. And then sitting over in the 70s for the rest of the southeast, and then some cooler temperatures out of the northwest, 45 in Seattle, seeing those more fall like temperatures out there. And then for tomorrow's forecast, going to be sitting warm again in the southeast, not going to see those fall-like temperatures for a while. 87 in New Orleans and then 90 in Tallahassee. Going to see some cool relief up into the northeast with Boston at 69. And then Billings over there at 48 degrees, so pretty chilly over there. But for now, I'm going to walk off and send things over to Dylan.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Michael mentioned that 90-degree streak. Well, we're going to look at our calendar again, and we do have the 28 days of high of 90-degree temperatures. 85 is the only odd spot on Tuesday, September 4th. That's due to rain in the afternoon that really caused it not to reach those 90 degrees, but we do expect the conditions to continue for the next couple of days of 90-degree temperatures. Looking outside right now, it's not 90 degrees, it's 85 degrees, much more pleasant, but still not great. A little bit cloudy outside, but less clouds than we did have this afternoon. It was very cloudy for a little bit, looked like it was going to rain. We did get a little bit of a drizzle, as Brittany said, but it's not too bad as of now. And then looking at our temperatures though, warm throughout, and Michael mentioned the cool spot in Valdosta at 77 degrees. That's due to a bit of rain that's cooled things down just a little bit, but again, mid-80s throughout. Cracking the 90s in some places. On the coast, though, seeing a little bit cooler conditions with those easterly winds pushing a little bit more moisture and a little bit cooler conditions off the Gulf. Then looking at our dew points, though, no relief in sight right now. We do have high dew points throughout, 74 in Apalachicola as they're getting that Gulf wind pushing some moisture over there. 71 here in Tallahassee and 74 in Valdosta, where they saw a bit of rain, feeling a little bit more muggy just where they are. Then looking at our radar, we do have clearer skies on the western part. We do still, though, have some showers by Panama City. Farther east is where you see the bulk of the showers, and we do have upper level clouds, but not a lot of widespread upper level clouds. So it's not super cloudy throughout much of the region, but spotty showers are expected through now, through tonight, and this is the last little bit of showers. So be happy these showers are going away, though we have a trade-off with that. You get a little bit warmer conditions, a lot less clouds, a lot less rain, and it's still hot, and it's summer temperatures again. Zooming out though a little bit, high pressure dominating the southeast. That's why we had a lot less showers now, and that's driving those easterly winds pushing these showers towards the west area. It's going to bring in some drier air into our area, which are going to lead for some cooler conditions on our lows, because dry air, hey, that's nice for our lows, and it's going to lead to less rain chances for the next couple of days. These showers with this front boundary is actually going to stall out and not come to our area, so we're not going to see much relief in sight. And look at these easterly winds pushing it, dominated by that high pressure system out of the east and that clockwise rotation that a high pressure system has. And then tonight, cool conditions, some spots seeing already those those high 60-degree temperatures, 69 in Monticello, but a little warmer on the coast with that easterly wind bringing in more moisture. It's a trade-off. You get some cooler days, but some more moist and warm nights at Apalachicola at 74 degrees. Not too bad for now, but we're going to still see some lower temperatures. We're going to drop just a little bit. And then as you want to walk your dog tomorrow morning, waking up at 7 a.m., hey, you're not going to have to worry about rain chances, but it's going to warm up until about noon at 84 degrees. Clouds present, so you might want to bring a little bit of sunscreen. Even though there's clouds, sun might get through and you might get a little burnt if you're walking out your dog in the morning. And then for your forecast, you do see showers dissipate into the night and cloud cover dissipate just a little bit. But then going into tomorrow morning, waking up nice and clear skies, and then clouds start to come back into our area. But rain chances really not coming back into our area, so it's going to be some good relief, though a spotty shower or two is possible. Looking at our forecast, though, we see the 90-degree temperature trend continues. But we do have some good things with that, too. You see our lows go from 72 degrees into 60 degrees. That's due to that drier air mass coming into our temperatures, or into our area. And with that drier air mass, if you have calm winds, you have that radiational cooling, which means at night the heat from the day will rise up and cool the earth. And if we have calm winds for the next couple of days, we start to see these lower 60 temperatures. So some relief is in sight for our low temperatures, but not necessarily in our high temperatures. You're not going to really see those below 90 conditions return until Monday and Tuesday. Now I'm going to take it over back to the desk where Sarah and I are going to talk about some local events here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, so we have a few events that we have, just kind of list them down for you. So for today at 7, we have the Pizza in Major. I forgot to write down the location of where it's at, but you could look it up on the FSU website, so you can go out there and explore kind of like what your interests are if you're trying to figure out for freshmen what you want to major in.
A lot of college students don't really know what they want to do. Half of us here don't really know what we want to do anymore. I mean, it trends over from high school, but we do have 83 degrees for that. Rain chances are still a little bit prevalent for them.
And then we also have the event A Star is Born with Lady Gaga playing at the SLC, so that will be a good game, a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm saying game.
But speaking of games, let's look forward a lot into Saturday football versus UM. It's UM week. It's going to be a big game. Hope we can pull out a win down in South Florida. They're looking at what kind of conditions, Sarah?
Going to be sitting warm and also going to see that chance of some showers at 30%. So
not the best, not here, but it's still not bad. They're not in outside conditions, but they are covered just a little bit. Now we're going to send it over to the wall with Michael to talk about the Southeast.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan and Sarah. Across the Southeast, again, it's basically hot and humid. Here's one camera out west of Tampa in Pinellas County. You can see those clouds just streaming throughout the sky. That's just due to the daytime heating, allowing those clouds to build up. And you see, we did get a thunderstorm nearby this camera, so they did get some rain out towards Pinellas County. Now, temperatures across the Southeast, you can see a lot of us are well into the 80s. We have 91 degrees down towards New Orleans. This is well above average for this time of year. A lot of these places should actually be in the upper 70s and low 80s for this time of year. So well above average for a lot of the Southeast. Now, dew points, we still have a lot of moisture in the air. We haven't had any cold fronts move through. Now, the one exception is Atlanta, and you're wondering, why is it a dew point of 60 degrees in Atlanta, but everywhere else it's in the 70s? That's because of that high pressure system up towards Tennessee, bringing that northerly winds, and with the combination of the Appalachian Mountains, allowing that dry air to actually get to the lower levels. So that's why we have a 60-degree dew point up towards Atlanta. Heat indexes, though, you see in Atlanta, your heat index is basically the air temperature because of that 60-degree dew point. The rest can't be set for the Southeast because you have those dew points in the 70s, so it's feeling more uncomfortable outside. 90 degrees in Tallahassee, 95 out towards New Orleans. Now, satellite and radar shows you we do have some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. Not much in Georgia, Alabama, or the Carolinas. That's due to the high pressure. Down towards southern Texas, you can see some shower activity. That's due to the Gulf sea breeze. And then out towards Florida, that easterly wind due to high pressure is allowing the Atlantic sea breeze to take into effect. And you see those showers already moving off the Gulf Coast just west of Tampa. Now your forecast for the later hours into tonight shows you we do have those clouds dissipating due to the loss of the daytime heating. And then as we go into tomorrow, a little bit of shower activity, but high pressure is so in control that the shower activity is going to be really suppressed going into tomorrow. That means we do heat things up pretty quickly in the southeast. Tonight's forecast, because the air is a little bit drier out towards Atlanta and Montgomery, we might be able to actually get into the 60s, 68 in Atlanta, 68 in Montgomery, 70s mainly everywhere else, with 75 in Houston, 77 in Corpus Christi. And then going into tomorrow, another hot day across a lot of the southeast with 90 in Montgomery and Tallahassee, and also for Shreveport, and 93 down towards Tampa. It's been very hot down towards Tampa. But as I give it off to Dylan, he's going to talk about the tropics now.
Thank you very much, Michael. We're going to take a look at the tropics, and we have some activity back into the Atlantic, but nothing too major. We do have right now Tropical Storm Leslie expected to intensify. Doesn't look too bad, too well defined right now, but does have the potential. A little, you see the counterclockwise rotation of that low pressure system. We have the advisory for that. Expected to strengthen to a Category 1 storm by Wednesday, but then expected to move off and be a fish storm as we go into Thursday, Friday, and then eventually dissipate. Not too big of a deal, but as we look at our sea surface temperatures, you have warm conditions throughout, but our other area that we're going to watch is also in a warm condition, 87-degree sea surface temperature. So you want those warm conditions if those storms want to form and warm up, and we are seeing it in the Gulf. And then you see this other area of a little, not well defined right now, but a blob of water vapor, and this is going to start to move into an area of favorable temperatures of sea surface temperatures, and has the possibility to develop only 20% development in 5 days, expected to move northward into Cuba and into the bit of the Gulf. So we're going to be tracking this for the next couple of days, but it's only a 20% chance of development. Sea surface temperatures, though, are pretty good for that. And if we're going to look through the names, we have Tropical Storm Leslie right now, expected to intensify into a hurricane. Our next name on the list would be Michael if this has the chance to intensify. But right now, I'm going to send it over to Sarah to take a look at the local.
Thanks, Dylan. So hopefully we won't have to worry about some other systems coming up. But for right now into Tallahassee, we did see pleasant conditions out as we had those pockets of clouds move on through. And then we did have a little pocket of a little shower there that was that little shower that came through our area. But other than that, going to be clearing out for Tallahassee. 85 degrees right now, mostly cloudy with a little northeast breeze at 5 miles per hour. Now for our temperatures right now, it's going to be 80 all around. We did have that cold spot up in Valdosta because of those storms, 77 in Valdosta, 86 in Perry, and 85 in Tallahassee. In the warm spot, Bainbridge and Quincy at 88. Now our dew points are very muggy outside. It's very uncomfortable. If you're going out, you can feel the moisture in the air with 70 in Perry, 74 in Valdosta, the muggiest spot with Apalachicola. Now because of these muggy conditions, that's why our heat indexes are very warm out. That's why we have 90 degrees right now, it feels like, in Tallahassee, Perry at 91, or Quincy right now in Apalachicola up there at 94 and 93 into Quincy. Now our satellite radar, we did see those pockets of those scattered showers and a few storms move off through a lot into Valdosta, and a lot of that activity is basically dissipating as they move off into that southwesterly flow. As we move on to our wind speeds, we do have that higher pressure system out to our north. That's why these winds are coming out from the east, moving off through our area. 4 in Tallahassee, Monticello at 10 miles per hour. Now, if you're going out to the marine, it's going to be good outside, but it's going to be warm, so make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure to always reapply that sunscreen, and then also keep your eye to the sky as we have some chance of those AM storms, those scattered showers and storms. So if you hear thunder roar, start bringing your stuff indoors and heading back onto shore. Now, for a future cast, we're going to see a lot of those activity of that showers dissipate with the loss of daytime heating, and then for your morning classes, going to see pretty clear conditions, and then as you roll into the afternoon time, we may see another shot of a few passing showers more into the Georgia area, but still have your eye to the sky for the afternoon time. But for tonight, we're going to cool down into 71 degrees, so very pleasant out if you're going out for a walk. To kind of maybe take a break from your studies, go out and enjoy these cooler temperatures. It will feel a little bit muggy, but still 71 is a lot better from our highs that we've been seeing in those 90s. And then in for tomorrow, we're going to continue, not a surprise, sitting at 90 degrees again, so very warm out for tomorrow, mostly sunny with a little slight breeze from the east-northeast. Now for your day planner, for your 8 a.m. classes is going to be very pleasant out if you're dropping your kid off to school, 74 degrees, but when we get into the afternoon time, very rapidly warming up to 84 at noon, 3 p.m., 90 degrees. So it's going to be warm out for tomorrow, so be prepared for that muggy and icky, sticky pattern continuing for tomorrow. But for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to have that dry air continue. Because of that dry air, we do have those lows, temperatures in the 67, 66, looking forward to those mornings. But unfortunately, because of that afternoon time, going to have those temperatures quickly warm up into 93, 92. And then we're going to continue still in that 90 pattern, but then we get it. So the weekend will be a good time as we have lower chances of those rain showers, but still sitting hot. So as we always keep saying on the show, always stay hydrated, always reapply that sunscreen. And then for Monday and Tuesday, going to still continue that copy and paste pattern, but dropping our temperatures just slightly out of the 90 degrees, so 89 for the highs, but lows going to be pretty pleasant out, but still sitting in that icky, sticky pattern. But for now, I'm going to send things over to the desk with Dylan to close out this show.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Look, hey, I'll give up my raincoat just for a little bit. I don't have to carry it with me. You don't have to carry your umbrella. You can give it up for the rest of this week. It's not a bad trade-off, honestly.
No, not really. I'm actually looking forward to those low temperatures since I have not an 8 a.m., but I have a 9 a.m.
So maybe you'll catch a little bit waking up at 6 a.m.
Maybe I'll catch a little bit of those cool temperatures, but it won't be as bearable as going out to your morning classes, and it feels like 80-something degrees outside. That's uncomfortable.
No, but
in the morning.
Here's the good thing, though. We might see less condensation, just a little bit. So your car might not all be wet when you wake up in the morning and go to your 8 a.m. classes. But 60-degree temperatures, are we really going to feel it, though? It's going to be 66, and it's going to feel like, what, 70 outside? We're not going to know the difference.
True, but it's good for the weekend if you want to go out to the res or go out to the beach. So since we have those low rain chances, but you know, always make sure you take into consideration of, you know, watching your pets and watching your family, you know, for young children, you know, with that high temperatures, making those heat indexes lift in the mid-90s.
We're still around average for this time, a little bit above average on our highs. For our lows, we're getting closer to average. Still getting a mixed bag of temperatures, but we haven't seen any frontal system start to make its way down towards us, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm looking forward to the 70s. I really am. I'm tired of the 90s. Like when I looked at the national, I was seeing 70s on there. I'm like, I want that to be here.
I mean, if that 70 is correct, we're going to get to day 33 of 90-degree temperatures. It's not looking good on the highs, but on our lows, little relief, and our rain chances relief as well. We'll take something.
Good. Yeah, I mean, if anything, but follow us on Twitter to keep up to date on whether or not we'll get a frontal system come through and lower our temperatures.
Yeah, you can like us on Facebook. We upload our social media there after the show, and we're also on YouTube on youtube.com/FSUweather/live.
Yeah, and then also send us your pictures on Instagram. Give a little shout out to us on your Instagram page.
Yeah, but for all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith. Enjoy those low rain chances and those little bit cooler nights.
Yep, and I'm student meteorologist Sarah Converse. Make sure you keep cool with those hot temperatures.